In the quiet villages surrounding Kerala's capital city, 5 lives were snuffed out in a single night. The accused, a 23-year-old man. The victims, his own family. This is the harrowing story of A.R. Afwan, a tale of betrayal, revenge, and desperation. Welcome to episode 2 of Crime Lore, where we don't just speak about the crime, we remember and honor the victims silenced. February 24th, 5 pm 2025. In the tranquil hamlet of Pangode in Thiruvananthapuram district, 23-year-old Afwan walked into his grandmother's home. What followed would spark a wave of horror across Kerala. It all began with him asking for her gold chain, intending to pawn it, but she refused. Moments later, 88-year-old Salma Bibi was dead, strangled by the very grandson she once cradled. He didn't stop there. Afwan made his way to Chulalam, Esenpuram, where his paternal uncle Abdul Latif, aged 69, and aunt Shajida, 59, lived. They too were brutally murdered. Afwan's bloodlust and madness hadn't peaked yet. He returned to Perumala, where his 14-year-old brother Afsan awaited him after his school. Afwan bought him a meal, perhaps a final gesture of love, before ending his life. Afsan never saw it coming. And then came Farsana, Afwan's 22-year-old girlfriend. He lured her to his home, telling her his ailing mother wanted to meet her. Once inside, he murdered her too. And his final act? Attacking his own mother, Shemi. She survived, however, the brutal assault and was rushed to a nearby hospital, critically injured but thankfully alive. Afwan then consumed rat poison in an attempt to end his life but failed. He turned himself in at the Venjaramudu police station hours later, calmly confessing to all 5 murders. The police investigation revealed a grim pattern meticulously planned over several days. Afwan acted alone. The murder weapon used to inflict blunt force trauma on all of his victims was recovered. A special investigation team was formed. By March 2025, Afwan was still in police custody under interrogation. He remains the sole accused in one of Kerala's most chilling mass murders. What drives a man to kill his own blood? Was it shame? Was it hatred? Despair? Or something far more sinister? Turns out, Afwan's family had been drowning in debt. 64 lakh Indian rupees owed to dozens of lenders. His father was stuck in Saudi Arabia for 7 years due to legal trouble and couldn't return. His mother, Shemi, had defaulted on a family-run chit fund. The shame and tension had been boiling for months. Why his grandmother and his paternal uncle and aunt? It was due to his intense hatred of them looking down on him and his family during the financial struggles. But why Farsana? According to Afwan, Farsana once questioned his masculinity and mocked his family's downfall. He called it revenge. Afwan's murderous streak displayed psychotic patterns as he had scattered several 500 rupee notes around the body of his younger brother. This was a tragic tale of the Venjaramudu murders, told through the confessions of a man who had completely lost control of his reality. This case draws a chilling parallel to the infamous Amityville murders of 1974. In both the tragedies, a 23-year-old man slaughters his entire family in a single night methodically. The killers both showed no mercy, eliminating even the youngest and most vulnerable without hesitation. Both later confessed with cold detachment, that left investigators stunned. But unlike Amityville, where whispers of ghosts and possession blurred the lines between horror and crime, Afwan's darkness had no supernatural excuse, only debt, disgrace, and a soul quietly collapsing under the weight of failure. Locals and loved ones described the victims as warm, deeply rooted in family values, and known for their quiet dignity. Salma Bibi, the 88-year-old grandmother, was a gentle matriarch, deeply spiritual, often seen offering sweets to the neighborhood children. Afwan's parents were humble, hardworking, and proud of their son despite their financial setbacks. His younger brother was described as studious and kind, while Farzana hailed from a lower middle class family and was pursuing her postgraduate studies. She was a quiet, loving soul who often dreamed of a better career for herself and a future with him. No one saw this coming. No one could have imagined that within the walls of their modest home, a storm had been silently brewing. May their memories not be reduced to headlines, but remembered for the lives they lived, with love, grace, and the quiet dignity they never deserved to lose so tragically. Let us know your thoughts in the comment and if you believe justice can ever truly be served in cases like this. If this story gripped you, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. New cases drop every week. Until then, stay curious but stay safe.